Okay, hi, beautifuls and beloveds. So I don't know what we're going to title this series. You good? Okay. Hi. So I'm on a roll tonight. I'm at my best when I'm the most ferocious lion. Thank you. Oh, that looks good. He's making food. You ever see those pictures I did? I do a lot of, let me, get off the path here a little bit. You ever see my makeup that I did? It's so beautiful. I did a lion, a male lion, with the mane, and I teased my hair, and it was really cool. It's on my social media thing. But I took a class, and I had to do, makeup assignments, and I was given all these different things. It's like, okay, try this, try this. And I was just excelling at it. Apparently, I'm really good at that too. And I was like, oh my God, I'm enjoying this. And they're like, oh my God, you're just doing that with eyeshadow and stuff. It's like, at the time I couldn't afford anything else. And they're like, let's get this girl some like real body paint and makeup and all of that. And I just went to town on it. And I made the most amazing things. I mean, it doesn't mean that I'm better than anybody else as a human being, but I know talent and skill. I can recognize it in myself, and I know others do too. You know what I say, I was their best kept secret as long as they kept me a secret. They ain't no secret anymore, too many people know. So then I made one, I think it was one of my very first social media, icons that you put. It's supposed to be like so professional, right? And I'm like, I'm an artist. This is how I present being professional. And it was a snow queen, and I used it for a dance creation and all that. It was really amazing. And I had my face, it was all like white, snowy, really pretty. And I had like a crystal blue, not even sky blue, it was a gray silvery crystal like blue. And I made snowflakes. I put them on my cheek to make it look like the frost was taking over. And then what film came out, and then who ended up freezing at the end. I did mine first, and I was like, that's very interesting to me. You know what her name was, right? You know what part of my surname is too, right? Very interesting. You know what my husband's name is, right? You know he's a blonde, right? I know he's a Native American. His hair got darker as he got older, but he was a blonde I met him and he was still a blonde, and then after we wed, his hair got darker blonde as it went along. But he's Native American. And German and English, Scots-Irish, and a couple other things, but he's a quarter Indian, and he's got those amazing high cheekbones, and the face is, they say it's a flat feature, where I can't explain it, but it's flat, and it's more like from the side, it's more in, right? It's a very beautiful feature. I think it's gorgeous, and our son has beautiful features too. He's Native American, so we have a Native American family. And what's interesting about our son is he's not only Native American, but because I have African roots, yes, African, he's got the most amazing blend. Our whole family, we have every race, pretty much. We have Asian, we have Mexican, we have Spanish. I have the most... People say, that's a mutt, you're a mutt mix. I'm like, all right, I'm not a dog, but yeah, I have a little bit of everything in me. It's pretty amazing. I'm proud of it, because this is what celebrates, or should celebrate, America, right? Okay, anyway, I'm getting off all the paths here, but look at my makeup that I put on there. And I did a male lion, and I am at my best. That's another one that I'm called a lioness. I know a lioness doesn't have a mane, but I don't care. Male, female, it doesn't matter. It's what the symbol is for. And I'm like, yes, I know, I can roar pretty loud, and I don't give up. That's one of my strengths, my heart and my voice. And that is reflected in my dances. It's reflected in my writing. It's reflected in my speaking, in my actions. I'm sure many of you notice this. It's like, wow, I treated her like a piece of shit and she's still moving the ballet bars in for me. I treat her like a piece of shit and she's still helping me with my dance company. I treat her like a, people notice this. And I'm like, yeah, I know. No more. Those days are over. But still, I was like, you know what? Let this be a reflection of your character, not mine in a negative way. Yours in a negative way, and mine in the positive way. I know. And everybody who witnessed it knows. So that's how it just is. And I'm not saying that I act perfectly all the time. No, I make it up to everybody. Ask everybody who's in our dance festival. We're trying to track everybody down. We don't know who was in our festival 2019. Yeah. So we can make it up to them and say, here, come dance. We're open, I don't know who you all were. I wasn't working on everything, and not everybody who was with us is still with us anymore. So it's like, you gotta hit us up, otherwise we don't know. Our records, I don't know where our emails are. Yeah, our communication has been more than thwarted, invaded, people deleting stuff on us, moving things around, and I'm like, oh my God. It's a mess, but we're fixing it. Okay, so you know how I was telling you about the ball of rubber bands? You take one out, you analyze it, right? You gotta look at it for what it is, and once you've figured it out, then you put that aside and you get to another piece and you just keep pulling it apart. So like I said, we were watching the Brady Bunch, little hint drops, right? They weren't hint dropping to us. I think it was just like an SOS. Anybody who cared, this is going on in our world, can somebody help? And I think a lot of production companies and things were being taken over and usurped, and yeah. Because you know what? You control the marketing, you control the media, you control the message. I'm taking back my property, that's for darn sure. I'm taking back my rights, and these red ribbons are going to celebrate the fact that we are overcoming. I overcame sexual child abuse and molestation done to me by my grandfather, and then I had a couple other incidents along the way that were not very good sexual experiences. I took back my power and I turned it into something good. Now, there are a couple articles out there on me. Some of them are really good, powerhouse, strong, and they paint me in the right way in which I want to be presented, and are truthful and factual truth. I'm very strong, obviously. Look at what I've gone through. And more is coming out. And then there are some that, we're not winking, but they owe us. And we're going to make sure that they fix certain things. In the articles, we're going to make sure that they present me the right way. I am not weak, and I am not in this little bubble. While I was quoted, it was a haha joke, and it was meant to be when I put myself in this little bubble, it didn't mean like a bubble of wearing rose-tinted glasses and I just shut everything out and pretend nothing's happening. Okay, I took psychology classes, and that was actually used in a different form at one time to say this is how you take a break and you protect yourself, and it's called a bubble. But it doesn't mean that you live inside of that bubble and you never step out, and it's not while you're inside of the bubble you're ignoring what's going on. It's a way to regroup, okay? So I'm not going to use that term anymore for myself because people took it the wrong way. I'm not weakling and I'm not staying in there. So I'm popping my own bubble, and I'm not saying that. I'm just going to say I put myself in a little place of meditation. How is that? Is that more acceptable for you guys? I'm not trying to appease the media here, but, let's be factual. I, of all people, see without rose-tinted glasses on, because I am telling you and calling all these people to accountability for everything they did and didn't do that would put them in perfect alignment with the law and truth, factual truth. That's what I'm doing. So to you guys, we'll get back to you soon. This is not the time to argue about that. We have work to do. Like I said, not a time for tears. That time will come. I will promise myself there will be a time for mourning. Not now. I'm on the battlefield. Could you imagine being on like a real battlefield with a physical skirmish and your general's watching you cry because your homie got blown away? You can't do that. You have to fight because your life depends on it, your general's life, and all your other homies around you. There will be a time to mourn what just happened. But I'm on the battlefield. I don't have time for this. I come from a military family too. And, you know, I'm very disciplined, I am very loved, and we're straightening all of this stuff out. So I have a lot more to say. I'm going to cut this portion of this segment short because I don't want to mix up the theme too much. I know I had a whole bunch going on in this one. So anyway, go look at my makeup. Because it's just so, it's amazing, and we're going to utilize it more. We've had dancers in our company that excelled at makeup too. I'm not saying I'm the world's greatest or that I'm better than them. I'm just saying this was my contribution. They had their contributions too. We always credit properly. I mean, really amazing stuff. Yeah, so we're gonna do more because they're just fun. We love having fun, and sometimes it's appropriate to just really be literal and do makeup like that. And sometimes it's not. My choice, their choice, you know. So, all right, guys. We're gonna talk soon. Next part.